This episode is about the little things. In your stressful life, sometimes all you have to do is take a break and notice all the itty-bitty little things. We also get a little development between Tohru and Kyo, Yuki and Tohru, and also between Kyo and Kagura. Let's get into it. Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to another episode of Brian's Republic Watches FruitsBasket 2019, where this time Tohru is the one with a problem to be solved. Her fear of letting people down. We begin with Tohru. She failed one of her exams and is gonna have to take the makeup test, even with Yuki at her side helping her prepare. She just couldn't pass. Even having made a promise to her late dead mother that she would be able to graduate high school. She just seemed too overwhelmed by work and school. She couldn't keep up. Walking home with Kyo, he mentions that she shouldn't stress and overthink too much or else she'll get a fever, which is eventually what happens. She stumbles face first into Kyo's back. A cute little moment for all you Kyoru shippers out there, which, if you're new to FruitsBasket, Kyoru stands for Kyo and Tohru, and shipping is a term used to show the support of two people getting together and becoming a couple. Not FedEx or UPS. Anyways, now, in her room after collapsing from the fever, we catch her holding onto the famous hat. We know that it belonged to a scribbly boy, and obviously she has a sentimental attachment to him. Could it possibly be Kyo? Well, right on time, Kyo is at her bedroom door, ready to recognize the hat, and no. It falls to the side, and the story of the hat is to be continued. But you know what will continue? Cute moments for you Kyoru shippers out there, right? That's right, our boy Kyo has arrived with some kanji made by himself. As Tohru compliments his cooking, he can't accept it. Being a tsundere, which if you don't know comes from the Japanese word sun, to turn away in anger or disgust, and the Japanese word for dere, which is to become affectionate. Kyo says it doesn't taste good. Well, at least not as good as Tohru's cooking. Encouraging her to get better so she can be the person Kyo always watched. Hattori uses his medical skills and prescribes her medicine to get better. All for free, of course, as Momiji and Kisa watch and worry, Momiji having just returned from proudly and happily covering Tohru's shift at work. Yuki comes by as well right after Hattori had left to give Tohru some additional study material he made just so she could pass her makeup tests. Tohru was feeling helpless at first, thinking about all the people she let down, but now she sees that she isn't letting anyone down at all. That there are so many people around her willing to help her. And she wants to hurry and get better. Not for her own sake, but for someone else's sake. In a previous episode, we learned about Tohru's search for her own reason to live, for the sake of someone else. And it's at this point that she realizes how fortunate she is to be able to feel this way. Her own wishes to get better stem from the fact that she is surrounded by people she loves and who love her just as much. Now, the episode shifts focus a bit. With Tohru getting better, we see Kyo get a little worse. In rainy weather, it turns out Kyo is far from feeling well, and Kyo mentions that for Yuki, the mornings do the same thing to him. Tohru offers to carry Kyo's umbrella, or even carry him if he turns into a cat. Kyo tsunderely... Is that a word? Tsunderely? Anyways. Kyo reacts how you would expect a tsundere to act, with blushing and calling our main character Bug. I'll stop. As they continue walking in the rain, we catch a glimpse of Kyo smiling with relief. But we aren't the only ones that caught that glimpse. Arriving at the Soma house, we are reunited with Kagura. I love Kagura. breaking a little furniture between the two here and there. Shigure mentions that Kagura should be easier on Kyo and that she should be holding back. But Tohru actually notices that Kagura is in fact doing exactly that, as if she's distancing herself for some reason. But what could it be? As the two go on a grocery trip date, all you Yukiru shippers will be glad to see Yuki ask Tohru out on their own little date to their secret base, Yuki's garden. At the grocery store, we get a peek at the beginnings of a domestic abuse, with Kyo being the victim of Kagura's lies and petulance. We also hear some mysterious words come from Kagura. How Kyo hasn't told Tohru about that. Questioning if Kyo is planning on hiding it forever. Maybe that's why Kagura seems to be distancing herself ever so slightly. Could it be something to do with the rain? Or maybe the Soma family curse? Well, upon hearing these words, Kyo gets worked up again and is quickly put on the receiving end of Kagura's manipulations, as shoppers, not shippers, and workers leer at Kyo. Later on, Kyo addresses the fact that Kagura should be avoiding him, that it's the normal thing to do. Kagura reflects on the certain day in the past. With a glimpse of Kyo's bracelet falling in front of her eyes, she thinks to herself how Kyo is the one that doesn't understand her. Finally, out of the store, put in a bad-looking situation once again, Kyo extends his hand out to Kagura to walk home with her hand in hand. At this point, Kagura remembers a moment in time when she had done the same thing for a younger Kyo, grabbing him by the hand and playing with him. As they walk along the rainy street, she thinks about what Kyo had said, that it's normal for people to avoid him, but that he doesn't realize that it's actually him that avoids other people. Yukiru wonders about how the little shopping date went for Kaguyo. That's Kagura and Kyo if you haven't gotten that far yet. And as they reach the entrance of the Soma house, they see a mysterious man. To Yuki's disbelief, he stops suddenly as Kaguyo reaches the top of the stairs to the courtyard. Blush appears on Kyo's amazed face as he sees this man and calls out Shisho. That's a master or teacher. Just who is Kyo's master? What is he doing here? Why was he shocked to see Kyo looking contently toward Tohru? Get subscribed to find out. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this episode, maybe check out some of the previous episodes in the playlist above. I hope you guys have a great night, a great day, wherever you are in the world. Again, my name is Brian, and this has been another episode of Brian's Republic Watches FruitsBasket 2019. We'll talk to you guys soon. Cheers.